Okay, Stevie, thanks for joining us. Lots and lots to talk about. It's been a couple of weeks since we last had a chat. The Ross County game was the last game that we played. I think it was a game of two halves. First half really good, second half not so good, and not the result we wanted in the end.
Obviously, Bruce come in and done great. More so the first half when we were doing well as a team, and brought that bit of excitement, the bit of know-how, bit of nous at the top end of the park that we've probably been lacking. Was very happy with the way the first half had went, obviously against a team sitting top of the league. Disappointed that when we came out the second half, Ross County had tweaked things a little bit, changed the formation, put Mackay just playing off the front man, and after we lost the first goal, I thought you seen an edginess come into our play, but very much have to focus on the first half, try and get that more often out of the boys, and as I say, the boys have managed to get another week under our belt on the training ground to get rid of the Ross County game, and as we now know that we've got to start winning games. We've got to start winning games and start climbing the league. You
mentioned Bruce Anderson, who joined us on deadline day, the same with Ryan Blair. You could see instantly what Bruce brought to the team, as well as his goal. He was getting into positions, maybe could have had a couple more on another day as well. He'd obviously been out for a wee while in terms of his injury, so you can see what he brings to the team. So what does Ryan bring to the team as well?
Ryan's a good footballer. He's got a very good left foot, he's got a good range of passing. He's got he can see a pass going forward, and what he will do is he can play in a number of positions. His preferred position is probably as a sit midfielder, sort of bottom of a diamond, or playing as a two. But equally can play in there as a midfield four and slightly to the left hand side. At a push he can play at left back if he was asked. So that had a big say in the type of player that we look to bring in. And as I say, I know him from his younger days as a youth player, and I'm sure he'll do well for us.
A couple of weeks we've had to work on the training pitch. What sort of things have you been trying to convey to the players in that time?
I was just saying to the press here, it's been very difficult since coming in because the amount of injuries that we've actually had to deal with, and unfortunately that you find yourself in a position last week that for as much as you want to work on stuff and get some conditioning into the boys, a few more had picked up knocks in the Ross County game. So we've had to be aware that the training was geared at getting some conditioning into the legs, that we picked up on trying to work on their fitness levels to try and improve them ever so slightly, and not end up with more on the treatment table. But thankfully we've got a few back this week. Tom Beadland, who had missed out the Ross County game, having picked up an injury in the Morton game, has trained with us all week. James Vincent had picked up a knock in the Ross County game, so he's managed to train this week as well. Mark Durnan's now back involved, and hopefully that'll add a bit of quality to us.
It was the reserve match the other day against Ross County, funnily enough, and we went down 3-2, but in terms of positives, you must be pleased that Louis Longridge got a half under his belt and a couple of goals for Lewis McCann as well. Yeah, it was pleasing for big Lewis McCann to get a couple of goals, because he's knocking on the door of being in and around the first team. But that's what we want. When Greg went up to the game, I missed it because I was taking the first team boys training. And Big Lewis has scored a couple of goals, and that's when age doesn't come into it doesn't become a concern for me. Then that's what the reports that we want to hear back from reserve games, boys that are hungry to come in and do well. So he's given us a decision to think about for the weekend. Louis Longridge has been a big miss for us. A big miss. He's a good character about the place first and foremost. He's lively, he's popular in the dressing room, but on the pitch he's one of the boys that can carry the ball to get us up the park on counter attack, or if we're under a little bit of pressure. He's also got an assist in him, and he's also got a goal in him, so it's great to have him back and involved again.
Let's talk about the game on Saturday then against Inverness. They were in action just Monday night there against Ross County again, and we know what Inverness are capable of. We've played them enough times over the past 18 months or so. It's going to be a difficult match, but it's one that we need to start. I mean, you know, you've said it yourself, we need to start picking up 3 points.
No, we do, but we very much have to focus on ourselves. And, you know, do you want to look at the negative side of it against Ross County, or do you want to look at the positive sides? To get confidence throughout the team, we'll look at the first half and the problems that we caused them. Yes, we've looked back at what we could have done better. But as you rightly say, Inverness will be a well organised side under John Robertson. Both myself and Greg went up and watched them on Monday against Ross County, and they were the better side the first half. They slightly changed their formation to a 4-2-3-1 against Ross County, whereas we'd seen them previously in the midweek game against Ayr a couple of weeks ago. Myself and Greg went down to that game as well, and they'd played more of a 4-4-2 formation, so he's got options to change it up, and it can get dangerous that you start then thinking about the opposition too much. So we very much focused on what we're going to try and do to Inverness this week.
And staying along that theme, finally, the other teams in and around us in the league have been starting to pick up points, but I guess your message to the players and the message to the fans is concentrate on what we can do, and if we do what we should, we'll be fine.
No, if we start looking over our shoulder, yes, you've got to be aware of the situation and that, but as I say, it's in our own hands. And if we start worrying about what other teams are doing, it's going to have an effect on us on Saturday. We know what we have to do. We've got to go out, match Inverness, work rate. We've got to deal with our physicality. Set plays are dangerous. As I say, they're a side that have drawn a lot of games in the league this year. We went up and done well in the Ironbrew Cup earlier in the season and caused them some bother. So we'll be looking to go and do that on Saturday and come away with 3 points.